Hey guys, today on Make Him Love You, we will be discussing how to get him to chase you, right? The last episode, we discussed how to get him to miss you. This episode, we're focusing on how to get him to chase you, okay? So, the very first step that you want to do is you want to make sure that you do not give him boyfriend benefits if he's not your boyfriend, right? What does this mean, right? No lovey-dovey texts, right? Don't do it. He's not your boyfriend. Don't give him that authority. He has to earn it. People have to earn things in life. And this goes for both sides of the fences, right? People have to earn things in life. They can't you don't just stumble upon, a trophy, right? You don't just stumble upon, an award, a Grammy, right? People work for it. You have to work for it, right? And you have to deserve it, right? So, don't give him benefits that he doesn't deserve or that he hasn't worked for, right? And that really goes for both people, right? Now this is about chasing, right? Now, so obviously some people are going to be better than this at others. Some people are going to depend more on looks. Some people are going to depend more on, personality. But really, it's about having that full package, having that personality that shines, right? And you just want to be somebody that people want to be around, right? Don't be the one in the group when you're with your friends that's the one always complaining. Nobody wants to be around that person. Because why? Because they're like a cancer, right? They're like a cancer, and if you want to get him to chase you, you can't have that, right? Okay. Next step is be willing to drop. Be willing to walk away, right? Be willing to walk away if he drops the ball, right? So meaning if some things are said that you don't like, walk away, right? Now I'm not telling you to play a game. I'm not telling you to play games. I'm not telling you to play mind games. I'm not telling you to do any of this, because at the end of the day, time is precious. We only have so much of it. So don't do that. Don't do that. But don't be afraid to walk, because the more time you spend with this person that isn't giving you the attention or isn't chasing after you, you could be spending with somebody else that will, right? So that's just the reality of it. So I want you to focus on just say no. Be willing to say no. Say no. Nobody likes a yes man, and nobody likes a yes woman at the end of the day. Okay, so step number 3 is you want to have the communication be equal, right? You don't want to be the one doing all the texting, but at the same time, you don't want to go ghost and do no texting, right? So guys, I want you to focus on balance. Okay, I want you to not just with this, but in your life in general. I want you to focus on balance when you're at school, or if you're not in school, balance when you're at work, right? Practice these things so that when you get to this, it's easy. It's nothing. It's easy. You literally just it's like water. Think about water. Whatever you pour it into, it turns into that shape, right? So that's how you want to be. I'm not Bruce Lee, but and I know this was one of his big things, but at the end of the day, you know, you want to be chased. You have to be that trophy. You have to be desirable, right? You can't be desirable if you're always texting, you know, if you're always calling, if you're always calling every 2 seconds. How do you expect him to chase you? How do you expect that to happen? Guess what? Newsflash, it's not happening. It's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. So I want you guys to focus on just keeping a balance. Just keeping a balance there, right? The fourth thing that is very, very, very important, right? Is to, you know, have an interesting conversation, okay? Don't talk about things that don't matter, right? Don't talk about things that are boring, right? Who wants to listen to somebody talking about what they fed their cat? That's boring. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear you talk about your cat, right? Like, and if you came here to these videos to get some sympathy, you're not gonna get it. I'm sorry, this is the wrong channel. Wrong channel. You're not getting that here. I came here to help you guys, help you ladies, and that's just the solid truth. Now, I'm not saying you can't have a regular discussion, but talk about something interesting, talk about something engaging, talk about something that's gonna get the both of you engaged, right? So that's very, very important. The fifth thing, I believe I'm on 5. If I'm wrong, then I guess I gotta go back to school. The fifth thing, and also very, very important, is, you know, you gotta learn how to, you know, make eye contact. You gotta learn how to read body language. A lot of this stuff happens in person. The goal is to get to meet in person, right? You gotta read if they're looking at you in your eyes, or if they're looking away, or if they're looking at their phone. If somebody's if you're talking to somebody and and they're looking at their phone, they don't just move on. They're not paying attention to you. So you need to move on. You're not gonna get chased when I'm looking at my phone. I'm not trying to chase you. You know what that means? That means I don't care. I'm sorry, it's the harsh truth. It means I don't care. So, yeah, guys. At the end of the day, you know, this is what's gonna help, and and you know, a lot of you ladies are independent. You're doing your thing. You already have, you know, dudes chasing you, right? So you already have that set up for yourself, which is amazing, which is awesome, right? At the end of the day, everybody wants to find that person. So getting chased is fun, but there has to be some sort of end game. You have to have some sort of plan, right? How are you gonna end this, right? Because you can cat and mouse, but have an end game. And that's the last step. Just have an end game. 6th step is just know when to close the deal. Know when to close the deal, guys. Women, just know, you guys gotta know when to invite the person out for coffee, lunch, dinner. You know, you want to see that person physically, right? Because we can get caught up in the texting game. Get on the phone, right? So, these were 6 steps that will, if you follow all of them, you will get pretty much almost anybody chasing you. Now, here's the deal. At the end of the day, you don't want to abuse these steps. You want to use them in coherence with each other, and you want to use them responsibly. okay? Very important, use them responsibly. This concludes this video, and you guys will be getting a video every day. I'm excited to make some new content for you guys, for you ladies, and yeah. So have a good day. Bye.